플러스 에덴의 너머.
Hey guys, I hit the wrong key last time and you missed about a half hour's worth of gameplay. You missed the doctor, which is sad because he's adorable. Alex left the building and ascended the carriage. So this is just a demo of where it got an hour's gameplay. The meeting with Sir James was most satisfactory, but Alex ended up staying longer than expected as Lady Ferguson delighted in entertaining guests. Blah, 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 blah. Saturday. It was past midnight when he returned to Ashgrove. The Hawson's vast estate was surprisingly silent. Guided by the pale moonlight, Alex quietly opened the front door. Alex thought he was alone, but soon he discovered he was mistaken.
다녀오셨습니까, 웨이크님?
Welcome back, Mr. Wakeline Girl. It was Burton, the butler. Despite the late hour, he stood straight and tall, showing no sign of weariness. Oh my god, it's so his girl.
미안한걸? 이미 모두 쉬러 갔을 거라 생각했어.
Sorry for keeping you up. I thought everyone had retired.
아니요, 괜찮습니다. 이 저택에 찾아오신 손님을 어둠 속에서 헤매시게 할 순 없죠.
It's no trouble at all, sir. I cannot have a guest lose his way in the darkness.
여기서 계속 기다리고 있었나? 이렇게 늦게까지 말이야.
Were you waiting all this time? The hour is so late.
아니요, 그런...
No, sir, not at all. Alex lighted the candles and turned around. Burton gazed at him hesitantly, then finally opened his mouth again.
네, 계속 기다리고 있었습니다. 여기에서요.
Oh, this is so romantic. Actually, yes, sir. I have waited for you all this time. I remained here, waiting your return. Bart must have realized the puzzled look in Alex's eyes, for he cleared his throat.
방까지 모시겠습니다.
I will see you to your room, sir. Both were silent as they walked through the hallway, but the silence was not awkward as it was but a short distance.
수행원을 불러올까요?
Should I call the valet, sir?
아니, 지금은 자고 있을 거야. 내가 늦어지면 기다리지 말라고 했으니.
No, he will be asleep now. I told him not to stay awake if I am late.
그럼 제가 시중을 들어도 괜찮겠습니까?
Then will you allow me, sir? Yes, in Victorian times, rich people had help dressing and undressing because they were big helpless babies.
그래도 되겠어? 테어도.
If it's all right with you, Theodore. Theodore Burton stared at Alex, clearly surprised. Uh-oh. Game just crashed. No.
기억하고 계시는 겁니까?
You remember me,
저
sir?
같은 건 잊으셨을지도 모른다고 생각했습니다.
I thought you had forgotten someone like me.
잊을 리가. 우린 이 저택에서 같이 자랐잖아. 오히려 테어도야말로 날 못 알아보는 줄 알았어.
How can I? We grew up here together. On the contrary, I thought you did not recognize me.
그렇지 않습니다.
Not at all, sir.
분명 존경할 만한 신사가 되어 계시리라고는 생각했지만 상상보다 훨씬 훌륭하게 성장하셔서 놀랐을 뿐입니다.
I knew you would have become a respectable gentleman, but when I saw you, I was astonished to find you far surpassing my imaginations.
말뿐이라도 고마운걸? 너야말로 그 나이에 집사라니 대단해.
You flatter me, Theodore. It seems you've done exceptionally well, being promoted as butler at your age. The butler was head of the servants. He was in charge of managing the silver plates and other valuables, as well as supervising and disciplining dozens of servants. Naturally, he cannot operate properly without their respect and trust, so it was common for a competent, long-serving footman to be promoted as butler. It was highly unusual for someone as young as Burton to become one.
그러고 보니 어머니는 어떻게 지내시지? 아직도 부인의 시녀로 근무하고 계신가?
By the way, how is your mother? Is she still serving as a lady's maid?
아니요, 작년에 그만두었습니다.
No, sir. She quit her post last year.
본인은 근속 25년을 채우고 싶다고 고집을 부렸습니다만 무릎이 많이 안 좋아져서요.
She insisted on completing 25 years of service, but her knees ailed.
빨리 나아지시면 좋겠군. 그래도 네가 이렇게 승진해서 어머니도 기뻐하셨겠어.
I hope she recovers soon. Nevertheless, she must have been delighted to see you promoted.
네, 군맨이 되었을 때도 집사직을 임명받았을 때도 무척 놀라셨습니다.
Indeed, sir, she was very surprised when I was assigned as butler. It's not surprising at all. Wow.
그래? 난 놀랍지 않은데. 넌 어렸을 때부터 공부에 열심이었잖아.
Really? I don't find it surprising at all. You were always so studious.
잘 보이지 않는다며 눈을 잔뜩 찌푸리면서도 책을 열심히 읽었지.
I remember how you had to squint at the letters due to your poor vision, yet devoured the books zealously.
그런 것도 기억하고 계십니까? 젊은 주인님의 책을 빌려 읽던 건 결국 들키고 말았습니다.
You remember that too, sir? Eventually they caught me borrowing the young lord's books.
하지만 그 일을 계기로 전 집사님과 목사님께 공부를 배우게 되었죠. 모두 주인님의 호의 덕분입니다.
But it turned out to be a fortunate turn of affairs, as his lordship allowed me to study from the vicar. I'm deeply indebted to his kindness.
남장님이? 조금 의외로군.
Really? Lord Edenek allowed it? That is rather unexpected. For a moment, Theodore seemed to ponder his answer.
웨이크님이 떠나신 후로 주인님께서는 변하셨습니다.
After you left, Mr. Wake, his lordship changed considerably. As Theodore said, Baron Edenek seemed to be an entirely different person from his younger self. He'd become a man of extremely few words and was apparently refraining from any violent outbursts. Those who knew the Baron in the past may conclude that he has learned to control himself. But can change in a man's attitude be an evidence of change in his fundamental nature?
한잔하고 가겠어?
How about a drink?
죄송합니다. 손님 앞에서 술은 마실 수 없습니다. 마음만 감사하게 받겠습니다.
Forgive me, sir. I cannot drink in the presence of a guest, but thank you for your kindness, sir.
아니야. 나야말로 너무 붙잡은 것 같아서 미안한걸.
No, you need not apologize. I'm sorry to have kept you so long.
아닙니다. 물러가기 전에 갈아입는 걸 도와드리겠습니다.
Not at all, sir. Before I leave, please allow me to assist you. Now remember, if you don't understand this, the class system was very real, and he just could not do things that, were not allowed, because classes were very distinct. With these words, Theodore approached Alex from behind and offered his hand. Understanding his intention, Alex gave himself into Theodore's hands as the butler removed his jacket and waistcoat. And yes, this was normal. Rich people got undressed by servants.
셔츠는 나중에 벗을게.
I will
고마워, 테오도.
I will take this shirt off later. Thank you, Theodore.
천만의 말씀입니다.
My pleasure, sir.
그리고 미안해. 버튼이라고 불러야 하는데 너무 무리했군.
And I apologize, Burton. It was inappropriate of me to address you by your Christian name. Although Alex and Theodore used to be playmates, it was improper etiquette to address the host's butler by his given name.
괜찮습니다. 이름을 기억해 주시는 것만으로도 감사하게 생각합니다.
Not at all, sir. I'm grateful you remember it.
도련님들도 가끔 옛날처럼 이름을 부르시기도 하시니까요.
Sometime, even the young masters still address me by that name. He seemed to apply. Perhaps they still regard me as their old playmate, Ted. There was a brief silence as Theodore smoothed Alex's clothes and hung them and arranged the cufflinks. He finished the task promptly and turned to Alex.
그럼 전 이만 물러가겠습니다. 편히 쉬시길 바랍니다.
If that is all, please excuse me, sir. Good night, Mr. Wake.
너도 잘 자.
You too. After Theodore left the room, Alex poured himself some brandy and sat before the fireplace. He recalled the people he had conversed with during the day. Told you the doctor's good looking. Morris Bill, the Edenix family physician. Theodore Burton, the young butler. They were not the targets he sought to destroy. Neither had harmed Alex or his sister, nor were they related to the Baron. However, Morris could be affectionate to a fault, and Theodore must be loyal to the Edenix. There was no guarantee they will not get in his way. Just a few days remain until the plans will be set in motion. Alex realized he was right to return home. It was evident the hired investigators were unable to detect the complex interconnections between its residents. He will use this time to examine their relationships. Alex blew out the candles and went to bed. I'm going to save here. I'm not stopping it, but I'm going to save here just so we have... Yes. Alex blew out the candles and went to bed. Beyond Eden. Okay, so we're moving into yet another chapter. This is quite generous for a demo. I've played over an hour so far. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, so proclaims an ancient law inscribed on stone. Suppose that one has lost his family at someone else's hands. According to the law, he has the right to take the life of the perpetrator's family. Only this time is not a life that will be taken. The guilt from the realization that you were responsible for your family's death, the feeling of loss when you realize she is no longer by your side, the anger against the perpetrator, and the sense of total powerlessness from being unable to prevent it. If one can make the perpetrator suffer and grieve from such emotions, then principle of the law can be adhered to without resorting to violence. The Baron's seat was empty as it was the day before, but it seemed usual for him to be absent in family routines, as breakfast commenced immediately after Oscar made a perfunctory apology in his behalf. Everybody was filling themselves with light meals and strong tea when Edward spoke. Say, Alex, I'm going to practice shooting today. Will you come with me? Oscar responded before Alex could. Who said you could handle me handle firearms? Did you ask Father? Don't have any fun, ever. Of course I did. He said yes when he heard Jeremy wanted to go as well. Is that true, Jeremy? Oh, well, Jeremy blinked and a flustered expression came on his face. Yes, as long as everybody's going. Let's ask Alex to teach us. I'll let you tag along too. I can remember so clearly you used to go hunting with Father and Oscar and Joshua, right? That's right. But Edward, surely your father must have taken you on hunts as well. Why would you need to practice shooting? Oh, he quit hunting before I was old enough to join him. That's why I never learned how to shoot properly, unlike my older brothers. Oscar's simply a concern for you, Eddie. You never handled firearms before. Huh. But Oscar, Eddie did raise an important point. Eddie and Jeremy may be invited to hunting parties in the future. It would prove convenient if they did practice in advance. But I do not wish to trouble Wake. It would be an honor, and if you're worried, Edenik, you can accompany us. Of course I want to, but I have letters to write. How about you, Dr. Bill? I'm afraid I must help out at the hospital today. I have other things to do besides being gloriously good-looking. Though I would have enjoyed practicing with non-living targets. Haha. I assume you're not exactly fond of hunting. No, it doesn't seem to suit me. How about you, Mr. de Lafayette? Not to my taste either. I detest the sight of blood. Because I'm cute and adorable. Haha, it seems we'll never make a doctor out of you. In the meantime, Eddie continued to persuade Oscar. See, Father is busy, you're busy, and even the doctor is busy. That's why I'm asking Alex. But would not do to entrust you and Jeremy to a guest. Oscar folded his arms and pondered for a minute. Yes, certainly wouldn't do. I'll make myself available today. A guest? Well, fliff you, past brother. A look of disappointment passed over Edward's face. It was understandable, as his plans to enjoy himself far away from his meddlesome eldest brother were thwarted. But he was not pessimistic by nature and quickly recovered his usual temper. Good, I'll tell the servants to get the horses ready. When Alex got ready and descended from the stairs, the horses were already waiting to be mounted. He looked around but could only see the grooms and footmen. As he approached the horses, he discovered someone unexpected standing before him. It was Joshua, who had kept silent while his brothers were discussing the location of the shooting range.
마음을 바꾸었나?
Changed your mind? Joshua stopped stroking the horse's mane and turned to face Alex.
아니, 그냥 나온 거야.
No, I just felt like coming outside.
방금 마부에게 들었어. 네가 오늘 탈 말은 이 아이야.
One of the grooms said that you will be riding this one. He worked towards a horse with a shiny brown coat. The horse casually approached Joshua and rubbed his nose on him.
아주 얌전한걸.
It's quite docile.
그렇게 보여? 손님 앞이라 수줍어하는 거야. 사실은 아주 혈기왕성한 아가씨거든.
Do you think so? She's just shy because you're a stranger. She's quite a high-spirited girl, actually.
그렇다면 마음껏 달려도 실례가 되진 않겠군. 아주 친해 보이는데 네 말이야?
Then I suppose she won't mind if I ride her at full gallop. She seems quite attached to you. Is she yours?
아니, 이 다리론 말을 탈 수 없어.
No, I can't ride with my leg. Alex realized that this was the first time since his return that he was talking to Joshua alone. There was something he wanted to ask him, but he was hesitant to do so. Should he dare ask or change the subject? Ask Joshua about his leg, ask about his brothers. Let's ask about the leg. He could not help but ask him. It was not about how Joshua was injured, that Alex knew very well. But he had to ask how Joshua was dealing with his injury.
아직도 아파?
Does it still hurt? Alex had chosen his words carefully for this delicate question, but the tone of Joshua's reply was indifferent, almost nonchalant.
그렇지는 않아. 뛰진 못해도 천천히라면 지팡이 없이 걸을 수 있기도 하고.
Not really. I can't run, but I can walk with my cane, albeit slowly.
그럼 다행이고. 전에 봤을 때보다 훨씬 좋아 보여.
I'm relieved to hear that. You certainly look much better than the last time I saw you.
그래. 그땐 앞으로는 걷지 못할 거라고 진단받았으니까.
Indeed.
하지만 보다시피 이렇게 나았잖아.
Indeed, the doctor had diagnosed that I would never walk for the rest of my life, but as you see, I have recovered. It had been cruel pronouncement for Joshua himself, as well as those beside him, including Alex, who had spent much of his time with Joshua during that period.
알렉스,
Alex?
그때 일은
About what happened. The moment they both heard lively footsteps coming their way.
알렉스 형, 일찍 왔네요. 같이 내려왔으면 좋았을걸.
Here early, Alex. I would have liked to walk down with you. Thanks for blocking an important conversation, dude.
내 말하고 먼저 인사해두고 싶어서 말이야. 조슈아가 오늘 탈 말을 가르쳐줬어.
I wanted to greet my horse. Joshua told me which one I'll be riding today. As he spoke, Alex turned to face Joshua, but before he knew it, Joshua had left his side and was talking to Theodore.
조슈아도 같이 가자고 할 걸 그랬나?
Maybe we should have asked Joshua as well.
형은 자기 때문에 마찰을 꺼내는 걸 좋아하지 않아요. 교회에 가는 걸 빼면 외출도 그다지 안 하고요.
But he doesn't like taking out the coach for himself. He rarely goes out except for church anyways.
하긴 승마도 그만뒀다고 했던가? 하지만 그런 거 치곤 말들과 친하던데.
Well, he did say he quit riding, but he seemed very close to the horses.
그래요? 형이랑 제레미가 왔네요.
Really? Oh, there's Oscar and Jeremy.
안녕하세요. 기다리게 해서 죄송합니다.
Hello, sorry for keeping you waiting.
오늘 써야 할 게 있다더니 그건 해결됐나 보지?
So, you took care of the letters you're supposed to write?
가끔은 너희들과 맑은 공기나 마실까 해서 내일로 미뤘다. 실망했나, 에디?
I put it off until tomorrow to enjoy the outdoors with my brothers once in a while. Disappointed, Eddie?
아니, 이해해. 제레미는 아직 어리니까 보호자가 필요하잖아.
No, I understand. Jeremy is still young. He needs a guardian.
그야, 난 아직 형들처럼 어른은 아니니까.
Well, it is true. I'm not grown up like you.
내가 보기엔 둘 다 똑같이 어려 보이는데 말이다. 일단 이런 이야기는 그만하자. 들라파이트님이 내려오셨다.
Both of you are immature in my eyes. Grow up already. Well, that's enough prattle. Mr. de Lafayette is here.
아, 이런, 내가 제일 늦었네. 면목이 없네요.
It seems I'm the last one to arrive. Please excuse my tardiness. I'm being cute again.
아닙니다. 아직 약속 시간 전인걸요. 그렇지만 모두 모였으니 출발하도록 할까요?
You're not late at all. It's before the appointed time, but we're all present. Let us depart, shall we? Oscar turned to Joshua, who was standing by the front door.
내가 없는 동안 집을 부탁해.
Take charge while I'm gone.
걱정하지 말고 다녀와, 형.
I will, Oscar. Don't be concerned.
다녀오십시오.
Be careful, sir. The lake was but a 10-minute ride from the house. As Alex remembered, there was a clearing nearby. The view was good enough to be a favorite picnic spot. Edward was the first to arrive. He quickly dismounted, then looked around. He noticed the old servant in charge of the firearms, who was waiting for the party with the targets and firearms. Edward gave a loud whistle and practically dashed towards him. Eddie! Running off like that, he must really be looking forward to it. Oscar turned around to face Alex and Lawrence. If you excuse me, I must go ahead. Edward does not know how to handle firearms. Oscar dismounted and followed Edward, taking quick strides. I think I'll take a stroll around the area. How about you, Wake? I will watch them practice for now, but may join you if I get bored. Very well. I wouldn't be far off. You'll find me easily enough. I see. Just don't get too close to the targets. Oh, you needn't worry. I promised Father not to cause any scandals likely to get myself shot by a British aristocrat. That is commendable. I'll take that as a compliment. With a merry laugh, Lawrence disappeared into the forest. Alex turned around to see Jeremy. Shall we go on, Master Jeremy? Oh, most certainly, Mr. Wake. I think I got the voices backwards. They started walking across the grass in the dim winter sun. Is this the first time you'll be handling a gun, Master Jeremy? Jeremy's eyes widened as he looked up to Alex. Please, sir, you don't have to be so formal with me. I'm the youngest after all. Do address me as you address Joshua and Edward. If you say so. Have you shot a gun before, Jeremy? No, this is my first time. Oh, looks like Edward has begun. George is an expert, Eddie. He has managed our firearms for decades, so don't give him any trouble and start with the basic stances. Alright, I understand, Oscar. Run along and help Jeremy now. George and Alex will teach me. I may recommend George, but not Wake. Why not I? Wake. That's not what I meant. Yeah, it is. Which means... I know very well that your marksmanship is not clumsy. But it has been years since I last saw you shoot. It occurred to me that you could have forgotten the handling of firearms. Not exactly. I try to practice regularly, and I think of you every time I shoot something. Which would make you even more dangerous. Oscar, you're not making sense. No, I understand. There's no harm in taking caution. Coward. I'll merely offer a demonstration for today. Oscar lifted his hand as if to stop him, but ultimately chose to keep silent. Alex inspected the rifle with deft, skilled fingers. He had plenty of opportunity to practice with the members of his gentleman's club. For every London gentleman joins at least one at London. Finished with the inspection, Alex pointed the gun at the target and pulled the trigger. Indeed, it does seem you practice regularly. Oscar commented briskly as he confirmed the newly made hole in the center of the target. Don't fret, Edenick. Trust your pupil. Pupil? You taught me how to shoot, remember? And you told me that one should never aim at another person. I remember it plain and clear. If you say so. Alex handed the rifle back to the servant and then turned to Edward. You will improve quicker under your brother. He's much more skilled than I. Edward hesitated for a moment, but soon nodded in agreement. All right, then. Can you teach me, Oscar? As you should have asked earlier. Now let us start with your stance. Relax. Stand with your feet shoulder length apart. Edward followed Oscar's instructions and fired a few shots at the target. At last, Oscar beckoned to Jeremy. George, give that to Jeremy. That? The servant held out a gray pistol, much different from the rifle Edward had been using. It was locked for safety, so there's no need to fret. Go on, touch it. It's smaller than the one Edward used. A piece from Dr. Bell's collection. I thought this would suit you better, as your hands are still small. You just saw how Eddie did it, right? Come, stand before the target. Oscar explained and demonstrated the shooting stance. Jeremy was able to maintain the stance at ease when he wasn't holding anything, but once he held the pistol, his entire body stiffened. How about relaxing your shoulders? Like this? Yes, and straighten your back a little more. Now try it and pull the trigger. Everybody watched the boy's back, waiting for the sound of the gunshot. But the finger on the trigger did not move an inch. Soon the boy's inexperienced arms and the barrel of the gun began to tremble. Puzzled, Alex peered into Jeremy's face. He could see a mixture of uneasiness and tension in the large eyes. Alex decided to hold Jeremy's shoulders, yeah. Relax. Oh. So what if you miss? It's your first time. No one will tease you. Thank you, sir. Look of astonishment passed over Oscar's face. He had clearly not expected this behavior from Alex, but soon he put up a gentle smile as he joined Alex in soothing his youngest brother. I suppose you can use Wake's help. He will support you if you lose balance. Do you think you can pull the trigger now? You can do it, right? Yes, sir. Oh, this reminds me of learning how to use a gun. It's so adorbs. Jeremy took a deep breath and tightened his finger on the trigger. Aw, don't close your eyes, Jeremy. Much louder than you thought, isn't it? Yes, it made me close my eyes. I apologize for taking your time, Mr. Wake. No trouble at all. It's good to spend time outdoors once in a while. Then I agree. Now let's try again, shall we? This time without closing your eyes. Yes. Jeremy let out a deep breath and pulled the trigger once more. Oh, I shut my eyes again. He's so adorable. Jeremy looked upset, but Oscar smiled gently at him. It's all right. Let us all get some rest from now. There's plenty of time to practice. The boy looked at his spotless target, then at Alex's, and his face flushed in embarrassment. I couldn't hit the target at all. You're really good, Mr. Wake. Of course he is. He used to go hunting with Father, Oscar and Joshua. Indeed. This time the Baron was obsessed with extravagant and violent sport of hunting. Fox hunting was his favorite. Ugh. Packs of hounds led by the huntsmen in crimson livery, the galloping horses and fleeing game, the scattering of blood and dying breath. Baron Edenek used to declare that such things constitute the meaning of life. In contrast, he showed little interest in his family. He treated his sons like hunting partners who can be summoned at any time. The Baron smiled in satisfaction as he looked down at the game, held in the mouth of a hound bearing its blood-stained teeth. The first catch of the year. Who found it? It was Master Alex, my lord. Is that so? Wasn't this your first hunt, Alex? It is, sir. How interesting. First-comers can barely keep up, usually. You may have what it takes to be a good hunter. Superbly done, my boy. Your sister will be pleased to hear about your performance. I'm not quite sure about that, sir. Oscar, give him the christening. Oscar dismounted, picked up the freshly killed game, and walked towards Alex. Alex stood in his spot with a blank look, unsure of what would happen. He felt something warm trickling down his cheeks. He soon realized it was animal blood, but felt no disgust or fear. And that is common. It was indeed a christening. Born to the middle class, Alex had never joined a hunt or killed anything before. This was a necessary ritual for him to become a member of the Edenek household. And it's traditional on your first hunt, you rub off the blood of your kill. or whoever killed it. Alex gazed at Oscar with bleary eyes, intoxicated by the warmth dripping down his cheek down to his neck. I just feel sorry for the poor fox. Now you're just like us, Alex. Alex slowly closed his eyes as he heard the Baron laughing. He never complimented his sons or Alex except when they accomplished feats of hunting. A cold-blooded wretch who does not even care about the feelings of his own offspring. That was Alex's impression of the Baron at the time. That is enough rest, I think. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. I'm going to save again. Yes. Okay, so we are an hour and a half in, and as you have no doubt noticed, it's been pretty G-rated so far, even though it's a mature-rated game. So I don't know if in the demo they cut all that out or what they did. But I've really enjoyed the game. If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.